to bring back in my guest, criminal defense attorney and former assistant state attorney Tamara Walker. Tamara, you heard there that people were cheering on this cross-examination. And, as I was watching the cross-examination, I thought they did a fantastic job. What they were doing, they were sort of picking out the parts of any of his statements or writings that would lead this jury to believe that he had a complete control of his faculties. He knew what was going on. Your thoughts on the cross-examination and how that came across?
I absolutely love cross-examination. Here's why. Because you get a chance to really start to take the reins. So you become the star as the attorney. And I think that this prosecutor did an outstanding job on execution. What you do is almost like a surgeon. You go in, hopefully on a successful day, point by point, dissecting exactly what you need for your case. And it's one of the most exciting aspects of trial. I think that and the closing argument are two of the most exciting moments, and this was a great example.
Yeah, and if you can master those two skills, the cross-examination and the closing, and I think opening is important as well, you're going to find yourself being a very, very good criminal defense attorney. The other thing that I'm thinking as I'm watching this, we have a jury that heard a lot of horrible, horrible testimony from victims, from families of victims, from officers, from medical examiners. I think they're predisposed to find reasons to find this guy guilty. So I think that even makes the cross more effective, because if you can just give them things to hang their hat on, the idea that he did know what he was doing, I think they're predisposed at this point, and that was the whole purpose of that testimony, to find him guilty and not allow him to get away with saying that he was insane at the time.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Another piece of testimony that I observed that I think was very, very key to this issue is the gentleman who was able to wrestle a gun away from Reinking. He said that he observed him in the parking lot before he even entered the Waffle House. He noticed that his energy was off. It was just something about this guy that drew his attention, and he kept his attention on him. And I think that that's also, these small moments, as Michael, start to add up to a trial. And I think that that can also be an critically important piece. I think that the prosecution is doing a great job, and I agree. Anytime, you have a shooting this heinous, people, you hear so much about people doing things and then excusing themselves, or doing something and blaming it on someone else. I think that sometimes people can become wary, and it's a difficult intersection with legitimate mental health issues. So I think this case is going to be a very interesting case in that realm.
I absolutely agree. It's firmly in that realm, could really go either way. But again, the heinous nature of the crime, again, makes it very difficult for this jury to find him guilty, not guilty by reason of insanity. All right, Tamara, stand by. We're going to take a break. During the Travis Reinking trial, we have heard several survivors tell their story on the stand about the night that forever changed the trajectory of their lives. Kayla Shaw was one of those. She played dead as soon as the gunfire started. Up next, how she says her life has forever been changed and what she wants to happen to Travis Reinking. Keep it right here on your front row seat to justice.
On Court TV.